is. Touchdown. Oh, my. And great catch by Caracia.
Coach Troxel has been phenomenal at bringing the energy back to Lafayette football, which to me has been incredibly special in terms of bringing the excitement back, bringing the energy back, getting alums excited to give to support the program. And one of the things that is so important when it comes to building a championship caliber program is to be able to have the things that support the student athletes, like training table, certainly strength and conditioning, sports psychology. All of those things were a part of the larger vision that Coach Troxel talked to me about early in his tenure in terms of the things that were going to make a difference for the success of the program.
You know, as a student athlete here in the 90s, alumni support meant so much. You know, having people who cared, who devoted time and money to make sure our experience was great. I mean, it created a love for this place that I have today. It's a reason why I love being here. And I think it's also a reason why so many of our alums love to come back home.
You know, one of the first questions that Coach Trox asked was, you know, what can we do for you guys? And I immediately answered with that. I knew that, you know, every year we sort of get tasked with more and more responsibilities. Every team is moving, you know, in that direction. So, you know, every year you pick up new responsibilities, and the ones that you picked up new the previous year, you know, just becomes like the norm now, you know? And so as you sort of continue to get more and more responsibilities, eventually you get to a point where we do need to add more staff to be able to utilize the facilities and space that we have right now. You know, we're unique where we have 2 buildings, you know, and having 2 buildings can kind of divide our forces a little bit. You know, so for an example where I could maybe send, you know, 5 or 6 hours a day in Gallagher Strength Center in the Burger Varsity Football House. You know, Shane's in there for 10 or 12 hours a day with the same guys, able to make meetings, you know, with the football staff. A lot of those sort of, you know, nuances are important.
As a whole, we wanted to take a more athlete-centered approach. So we wanted to focus a little bit more on people's strengths and weaknesses, give them a little more customization in their training. Part of it was we were lacking some tools that I was used to using. So we did a little fundraising, we got some of the tools we needed. And it allows us to train our guys more for what they do on the field, not just football, but their specific requirements.
Coach Davenport has been a huge impact to us since he came in my sophomore year. He came in towards the back half of the season, but ever since he got here, he was just really helping us out. But I think the biggest thing that I've seen since he got full control over the football strength conditioning program is just accessibility. He's in there 24/5 or however many days he's in, but it's Coach Potts and the rest of the strength side that kind of stretched thin with having to take on multiple teams and stuff. So just having our own strength coach with Coach Dav and just being able to get in there whenever we need to and then work around our class schedules and whatnot is really huge for our increase in strength and conditioning.
You know, adding that one staff member also sent ripples down to where, you know, now I could spend a little bit more time with some other sports. You know, Coach Plunkett and I are able to sit on the bench for home basketball games. We're able to utilize some technologies with those sports that we hadn't been able to utilize in the past. You know, I really think that addition allowed us to utilize our GPS monitoring systems like Catapult and things like that a lot better. You know, I oversee men's soccer's Catapult data as Plunkett does with men's lacrosse. And then Shane does with football.
You know what? Being able to hire Shane Davenport as our strength coach has been critical for the success of our kids on the field. But more importantly, it's helped them academically because they can come down to the building and get their workout around their class schedules. So they can be successful at both being an athlete and being a student. So they don't have to choose.
I wanted to get our big guys bigger and stronger. We wanted to get our fast guys faster and jumping higher. We spent the off season really hammering that. we opened up a few more times throughout the day so that we could get smaller groups and a little bit more focused attention on each guy, which is harder when you don't have someone dedicated to the sport specifically. So we were able to give guys a little bit more time in the weight room, a little more eyes on them, as well as we added some things like we added a training table, which is our little more customized meal plan. So we eat dinner together, and the food is a little bit different than the traditional. So I think it allowed us to get our guys a little bit more weight and a little bit more recovery for hard training and hard practices.
With Coach Trox taking over, he got training table set up, which has been just huge for our program, of guys making sure they can get meals of high quality, protein and carbs and veggies and fruits, high quality food and just a lot of it. And so you'll see guys in training table, having 2 to 3 plates of food, especially guys that are trying to gain weight, maintain weight, stuff like that. So it's just been really huge for guys to be able to have that flexibility and kind of no excuses not to be at their good playing weight.
We've gained size. In the weight room, we've gained strength, and you can see on the field now where we're, no matter who we're playing, we don't get pushed around. We're able to compete at a high level, and we're also able to keep guys healthier throughout the course of the year.
I mean, the obvious is the more participation and funding we can get, it enables the program to have more money to spend and utilize to enhance the program and take it to the next level. But I think just increasing that base of people increases the excitement of the program, involvement of the program. So I think, the more interaction there is between current alumni and current players and that loyalty that they see from the alumni today, I think only, impresses upon them their need to participate and give back to the program down the road when they're in our shoes.
We had needs as a program to try and raise our level, and honestly, it was about going to our alumni and asking them to help so that we could get a strength coach to help our program, and to get training table to help our players develop and become bigger and more physical. So our alumni have been instrumental in getting us to where we are today.
Yeah, there are a couple of things that alumni can do for our athletic programs. Certainly when people think about fundraising, they think about alumni, but it's more than that. Our student athletes need to be able to make those connections with our alumni, to see people who have gone through the experience that they are seeking to go through, but also to be able to make those connections, to be able to see what it's like post-graduation, and obviously to be able to have alumni support in terms of their time, talent, and treasure is what makes the Lafayette experience one that is special for our student athletes. So we greatly appreciate the efforts of our alumni to support our student athletes.